I'm excited, y'all, because I have reached 250 subscribers. It's surpassed it now, but that was a huge milestone for me. Remember, I said in the last video, we have to count all our wins. Do not lowball yourself. Do not demean yourself. Anything like that, because this is a process, and not everybody just blows up overnight. And I feel like the people that I have watched who try to stress over going viral every single video, they actually burn out a lot quicker and they lose motivation. So I'm just trying to enjoy the process, and I want you to do that too, whatever it is in your life that you're trying to do. So anyway, now that I have surpassed one of my huge goals, I just want to say yay again. I am so excited, y'all. I hope you are also excited with whatever your journey is. And I do try to touch on different things that I have experienced so that everybody knows that they are not alone. So whatever you're going through, just be consistent if you really feel good about what you're doing. And it's not, it's feeding your spirit, I just want to talk today about really good ways that you can get to your first 100 subscribers, or your first 200 subscribers, first 250 subscribers, right? I have my notes here. I told y'all I always have my notes. So, and excuse me if I keep rubbing my eye. I don't know what it is about my allergies, but I have to rub it a little. No, I'm not rubbing it. I'm just getting the corner because it's like really itchy, and I'm trying not to itch it, but then it gets watery. It's just really weird what my eye keeps doing. But anyway, because I told y'all that one of my issues about being consistent was constantly having stuff to do. So I want you to know that even if you constantly have stuff to do, and another reminder is that I'm really here for the people who are busy like me. I'm here for anybody who just wants to listen, and I appreciate you all, because I look at 250 subscribers as like I'm in a room talking to 250 plus people. And you really care about what I'm talking about, please don't hesitate to comment anything that you have questions about. I have experience in financial stuff, mental health, wellness, and so I'm always going to touch on some of those things. YouTube is a huge outlet for anything that you do. There's so much that you can do with YouTube for busy people like me. And so if you don't find ways to pour into yourself, to laugh, it gets too hard out here. What I'm realizing is we all know that consistency is key for even if you have been consistent for a year. I've learned and watched, because if you see a video that I posted maybe last week or two, I did research for over a year. There have been people who have been consistent that long, and they didn't just blow up overnight. But I feel like if you're doing it because you enjoy it, it doesn't matter if you blow up overnight. Okay? I think that's the main thing that I'm learning. This really is something that I enjoy doing. And that's why I'm getting more and more excited, because it just feels good to be consistent at it. It's been a long time that I've wanted to be consistent at it, but because I have so much stuff going on, I just couldn't figure it out. And so just pushing a little bit harder each time is part of the journey. Also, just watching and learning what other people are doing. Some people will say some of the same things, but different people say it in different ways. And what you'll learn is you kind of pick a little bit here and a little bit there from everybody that you listen to. And this is just a life lesson. We all learn from the people around us and the people that we focus on. So you don't have to agree with every single thing that a person says or does. But oftentimes if you listen, there's something, even a little gem that a person drops in a different way that you can take with you and apply it to your own personal life. And that's what I've learned in my experience from studying YouTube over it's actually over a year, but I really got honed in and focused consistently for 1 year. And I'm just sharing all the things that I've learned, and I'm not going to stop. So even if it's something I learned tomorrow, I'm going to talk about it if I feel like it's something worth sharing. Or to reach that goal of getting your first 100 subscribers, 200, 1,000, well, we're going to focus on, I feel like 1,000. YouTube set that goal of 1,000 to get monetized, because if they thought it was easy, it wouldn't be 1,000. Do you get what I mean? They want people to be monetized, but they don't want everybody to just be all over the platform monetized and doing anything. So that goal of 1,000 is not easily reached, and that's why it's something worth talking about. So I believe in life we have to set, what do they call, short-term goals before you get to that long-term goal. So a goal of 100, I think, is perfect. Your first 100, and that's why I'm talking about it. You want to make sure that you know who you're talking to. Who are the people that you're trying to reach? Who are the people that will relate to the things that you're talking about? That goes back into the whole niche topic that a lot of people talk about. And I've talked about it, I believe, in the last video. You can go back and watch it, but there's pros and cons, and you have to, I feel like, try a little bit of everything that you're interested in before you start to narrow things down into a specific niche. But in the end, you want to know when you write a title and you record, before you press that record button, who am I talking to? Who is my audience? Who will understand or relate to what I'm talking about? Another tip is batch content creation. For example, today I'm trying to record at least 2 videos. That way, if I get too busy tomorrow, I don't have to stress over not having something. And then tomorrow, hopefully I won't get too busy, because I want to record another 2 videos. One of these days, I want to get to the point where I can record 3 videos, but let's not do too much at one time, okay? So yeah, batching your content, especially if you have short form content that you want to do. I feel like that short form content can be 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, so you can literally have a good 30 days worth of content that you batch in a weekend or in 2 days back to back, and schedule it out to post throughout the week. That's another huge tip to getting, making sure you're consistent, so you can quickly get those first 100, 250, 500 subscribers, whatever your short-term goal is. And then get familiar with some of the editing tools that have presets in them. They have, what is it called? Like CapCut. What's another one? Canva is another one. They have templates. That's the word I was looking for. So yes, get into trying some of these things, playing around with them, and figuring out which ones you like. A lot of these platforms have options where you can save drafts of the templates that you can go back to later on and then upload your videos. And some of them have the AI option to where it'll do so much for you. It's gotten a lot easier, especially when it comes to wanting to batch content. In the beginning, it's okay to have a video that's about 5 minutes as you're trying to get to your first 100 subscribers, or whatever your short-term goal is, 100, 200. But I do believe if you're starting at 0, setting a goal of getting my first 100 subscribers is realistic, and it's okay, because you're not doing this to rush it through anything. I feel like when you're trying to rush and force things, too many mistakes can happen. Long form content, I feel like when you're still new and people don't know much about you yet, you can do a 3-minute video, to be honest. Just to be consistent, do a 5-minute video. You still want to have your longer content in there, but if you have a day where you're running short, still press that record button and get something up there, just talking about how you're feeling about your efforts and your experience and how people can or may relate to it. But it does help with watch time to get some 15 to 20 minute videos up there. But you just want to make sure that you're you have good talking points throughout the video so people don't lose interest. You don't want to keep babbling and repeating yourself. And I do a lot of babbling, so trust me, when I finish recording, I go through and watch the whole video, and I cut a lot of it out. So you want to make sure you allow time for that too. You don't want to just record and upload if you know you're a babbler like me. You got to go through it and cut out some of the things that you're repeating. And whatever your schedule is that works for you, don't get frustrated, because in the beginning you may have an ideal plan in your head, but it may not work out that way. Allow yourself to be flexible. Don't beat yourself up. Take deep breaths when it feels overwhelming. I thought I was going to record Monday through Tuesday, but Monday and Tuesday came and I didn't even get a chance to record. Okay, when's the next day you can record? Record those days. By the end of a 30-day period, you might find that the days you thought you could record just aren't working, and the days that you can go back and check what days you did record and just go by those days as your recording days. So allow yourself to be flexible. Don't be so hard on yourself. The next thing you want to make sure you do is optimize your videos for growth. You can use tools like TubeBuddy and vidIQ. I've tried both of them. I think I mentioned that before in another video. Sometimes you can just, if you don't want to subscribe to any of those things, actually, you don't even have to subscribe. Both of those tools, if you don't subscribe, there are still parts of them that you can use for no charge. So you can play around with titles, and some of them offer video ideas. And another tool that I just realized last week, and I didn't really try it until yesterday, YouTube itself, if you go into your studio, I believe, they have an inspiration tab now. So I used to go through vidIQ more than TubeBuddy to get inspiration for ideas, YouTube video ideas. But now YouTube itself has that in your studio. Now I don't know if you can access it through the phone, like mobile access, but definitely on my desktop is what I used yesterday. So look into that. That was cool. That was really, really cool. It gave me a whole bunch of titles. It gave me an outline. Like, when did that happen? I think that they're realizing people were going to other platforms for that, but now you can, they're trying to keep you on their platform, and rightfully so. What did I say? Call me Miss Put You On, because I'm gonna keep putting y'all on. Whatever it is I find out, you will know. You want to make sure your titles are SEO friendly, means search engine optimized. Search engine optimized means the keywords that people are searching for, the top ones. The better the keyword on terms of the top ones that people are searching for, the most likely your video will be found. Then there's thumbnails that grab attention. And I talked a little bit about this before, because there's been some change these days. There are people who are uploading videos like I'm doing right now, where it's casual, it's just me, not trying to be all cute and pressy. I'm literally about to run into Walmart and handle some, run errands, and then go to Safeway and some other stuff. But I'm trying to be consistent, so I brought everything that I need, my little notes, my camera. I have this camera attachment that I wish I could, maybe I'll show it in another video or take a picture. Maybe I'll take a picture and link it here, because that really has helped me in terms of making sure I don't cut my head off when I'm recording, because I'm trying to record with my back camera now. So, I'm going to show that to y'all too. I got it off of, where did I get it from? I have to find out. But if you really want to know, I can find out, and I can put it in, just ask me in the comments if you really want to know where I got it from. But it really helps, so I can make sure that since I'm using my back camera, I can see how I'm positioned, and I'm not cutting off, and I'm centered in the camera, and I'm not cutting off any part of my head or anything like that. But thumbnails, some people aren't doing them anymore. They're going for the more casual, relatable, this is me, this is what I'm going to talk about, this is my experience way of existing on YouTube, as opposed to, I have everything going for me, everything's perfect, I'm perfect, life is perfect, everything looks perfect, and everything must be in its place type of vibe, which I feel like made it hard on a lot of people to do YouTube, because they always felt like they had to have everything perfectly. So I will say, for me personally, you're going to see me post thumbnails sometimes. I just have a creative mindset, and it's hard for me to just upload a plain thumbnail or no thumbnail at all. Now, that doesn't mean I won't do it sometimes, because I feel like that takes priority over trying to be extra creative. Like, I just want to get a great video up. I'm not going to stress over a thumbnail. Maybe I'll add like a title and leave it there instead of adding all the bells and whistles. But I still feel like deep down inside, we are people who naturally there are certain things that naturally grab our attention. So if we all get into uploading videos with no thumbnail, everything's going to look the same. So the people who have creative thumbnails will start standing out again. So we'll have to all figure out, where we want to place ourselves when it comes to thumbnails. I still feel like there should be something that grabs attention. And even if you don't do all the colorful, bright lettering and emojis and all that kind of stuff, you yourself can, use your facial expressions to grab attention. That's something that has always been a part of YouTube. The surprise. What is it? The surprise look on the face. Yeah, that's a YouTube staple. Okay, and so once you continue to build with your audience, what you want to make sure you do is take time to check your comments every day. Make sure that you're not leaving anyone hanging, and then also use that community tab. And I'm working on it. Y'all gonna see, if you decide to look, that I did post in there the other day, and I'm gonna work on being consistent with it, because I do want you all to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. I think there's about 263 people that subscribed the last time I checked. And like I said, I look at it like I have 263 people in a room with me, and they're willing to listen to all the stuff that I learned when I did the research for over a year. That's a lot of information, and so I appreciate that you're willing to hear me out. So when you're in the comments, I don't want to miss it. Or when you're in the community tab, I don't want to miss it. So hopefully we can continue to engage back and forth more often. We all know about collaborations. That's another way to grow. Smaller YouTubers can collaborate with smaller YouTubers. You don't know if you're in the same city or you have other connections, but it's okay to open up to connecting with people in different ways. It doesn't have to be doing a video together. It could just be chatting and sharing ideas one-on-one, or just supporting each other in the comments. Anything. Come up with ways to be supportive. You can also use your social media to promote your other platform. Use your other platforms to promote your YouTube, for example. That's always, if you look at how people are growing on some of these other platforms, especially the streaming platforms, you know that we're always finding clips on other platforms that sends you to their main streaming platform. So it's the same type of thing, cross-promoting for yourself. If you really want to focus on long-form content in terms of growing on YouTube, you can still use shorts to grow. So you can clip your long-form content. Okay, keep this tip in mind. Clip your long-form content. Post that on shorts. And I would say, which is what I'm about to do, I'll take my long-form content, clip it into maybe 6 different shorts, and I'm going to try to post them all. As long as I get good ones, good clips, I'm going to post them all in, let's say, in a 2 to 3 day time space, depending on how many clips that I have. So I want to average like 3 shorts a day type of thing. We'll see how that goes, but that's the beauty of it all. It's like there's no pressure. You can try different things and see what works. Another tip that I learned is that there are forums and groups that people join. Because I'm introverted, that's going to be a little hard for me. So I'm still thinking about it. But if you're a social butterfly, or you're just not an introvert, you're somewhere in the middle, it's something that you'll probably want to jump on. YouTube Growth for Beginner type of forums, and meet people there. Groups, join some of the groups, and sometimes some of the bigger YouTubers talk about such things, or just look for platforms like, I guess like Reddit maybe is one of them. Some of the Discords, you'll always find some groups where people are talking about, supporting one another. Another and final key area in terms of growing: 100 subscribers, 250, 500. Remember, short-term goals before we get to that big 1,000. You want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, self-care, your mindset and your self-care. One of the main issues people quit is burnout. You set your goals high, which is fine, but you don't set those short-term goals to get you to that longer-term goal, and then you burn out and you just give up and you quit. I know a lot of people do that, and it's not just on YouTube. Of course, people burn out doing mental health therapy like I was doing, and had to take a break, because whatever job you're doing, it can wear you out, especially when it is a high stress type of job. So if you're not taking care of yourself, burnout will happen. So remember to pace yourself. Part of that is to take deep breaths, take some moments to meditate, take some moments to brainstorm, and just think about what steps you want to take instead of keeping it all in your brain. Write some things down, journal some things, take it off of your mind and onto some paper, or use some type of app that helps you figure things out. But it does really help when you pour into yourself and you pace yourself. Again, I talked about this before, but I'm gonna say it again: celebrate your small wins. Don't forget to pat yourself on the back. You don't have to wait for someone else to do it. If there are setbacks, say something does go viral, or a video picks up quickly, and you just expect everything else to follow into the next video, you probably get two views. That is okay. Life is ups and downs, and ups and downs, and ups and downs. It's not up, down, up, and everything's supposed to just keep going up. That's not setting a healthy expectation. So it's okay. You just have to believe in yourself, if you truly feel passionate about it, that whatever I'm talking about is something good. And so there's an audience for it. If you feel good about it, keep doing it. In the end, you're focused on progress. You're focusing on progress, not perfection. I talked about this before, but I want to always reiterate it. And part of that is checking your analytics. Don't forget to check your analytics. I know in the beginning you don't have too much to work with, but at the least, YouTube gives you some information. You can look to see which videos seem to get more engagement than others, what days that you posted those types of videos, and just learn from the analytics that you're getting how to move forward. So remember to plan, be consistent, engage with the audience that you have. Make sure that you use your inspiration tab in the YouTube platform, and don't forget the community tab as well. Pat yourself on the back for every small win, okay? Don't beat yourself up. Do your self-care. Keep going, and remember, focus on progress, not perfection. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.